1846. San Diego region pre-statehood. In late spring of 1846, on the eve of dramatic changes in California's political regime, the Franciscan missionaries stationing at Mission San Diego de Alcalá recorded in their journals an unusual phenomenon: a fast-moving star that pulsated, hovered briefly over the ocean horizon, and then shot upward into the sky. Observed with awe, interpreted variously as a divine sign or omen. This event stands today as a rare early account, though not framed as a UFO, bearing striking parallels to modern aerial visitation reports. Historical context: San Diego mission in a year of transition. The year 1846 marked California's shift from Mexican to USA control. In July of that year, USA forces peacefully occupied San Diego, sparking the Mexican-American War and the eventual annexation of Alta California. Mission San Diego, the first in Alta California founded in 1769, had endured decades of upheaval: mission secularization in 1834, loss of missionary presence, and sparse use by the American military between 1846 and 1862. It was in the fragile social and spiritual climate of this interim period that the strange sky event occurred. The anomalous light. Missionary observations. Primary accounts, derived from missionary diaries and guard reports, describe an object resembling a bright star or meteor, yet behaving unlike any known celestial body, observers noted. It pulsated in brightness, flickering like a lamp rather than steadily glowing like a star. It lingered momentarily over the coastal horizon, almost hovering before a sudden vertical ascent. It produced a breath-like glow, noted with religious reverence by the fathers, who saw it as possible sign or warning from providence. The journals reference it in spiritual language, una estrella milagrosa que se elevó al cielo, but also emphasize that it did not follow ballistic or meteor-like behavior. The object's unexpected motion and the missionaries' inability to classify it left them cautiously awestruck. Immediate effects on the mission community. Though not provoking widespread panic, the event made a notable impression. Spiritual interpretation. Mission custodians and neophyte converts debated whether the sighting signified saintly intercession, warning of coming change, or a miraculous omen connected to masses or prayers said that night. Journal inclusion. Only exceptional celestial phenomena merited notation in fragile missionary logbooks, indicating it stood out as extraordinary beyond routine weather or astronomical records. Local storytelling. Accounts passed orally among camp followers and converts reinforced the idea that God or angels was communicating through light. Over subsequent years, the sighting became part of mission lore, referenced during baptisms or seasonal festivals. These reactions reflected the layered crisis of identity at Mission San Diego: declining indigenous populations, shifting authority, and the broader moral spiritual claims of the mission system. Modern interpretations. Pre-UFO parallels. In recent decades, ufologists and historians have noted the 1846 event as a rare proto-UFO case, predating powered flight by over half a century. While missionaries framed it in religious terms, the behavior of the light pulsation, hover, vertical ascent aligns with typical characteristics of later reported craft sightings. Unexplained movement, apparent intelligence or control, and non-astronomical qualities. Scholars have cautiously observed that the missionaries' detailed writing provides an unusually precise early account, though lacking physical evidence or corroborating indigenous testimony. The record is among the earliest in California in which an aerial phenomenon was neither meteor nor astronomical in origin. Broader cultural impact over time. On mission studies and local history. For historians of California and mission culture, this rendering of a celestial anomaly provides insight into spiritual sensibility of Catholic missionaries amid socio-political shift. Evidence of indigenous observers, neophytes and Kumeyaay possibly witnessing the event as well, though their perspectives were filtered through Franciscan interpretation. A rare bridging of natural and anomalous phenomena in mission-era records, prompting interdisciplinary interest. In UFO-UAP discourse. Among UFO researchers, the 1846 sighting is commonly cited in timelines of pre-modern anomalous aerial phenomena, sometimes on the same lists as medieval celestial sightings. It appears in anthologies of historical UFO accounts as a documented but not sensationalized entry. However, mainstream academic treatment remains minimal. There is no major published journal article on the San Diego sighting alone. It tends to appear as a footnote in works about early UFO history in California. Significance for indigenous peoples. We lack direct Kumeyaay oral traditions referencing the event, and the missionary records likely filtered or ignored native interpretations. Nonetheless, the sighting occurred at a moment of deep upheaval for the Kumeyaay and Diagueno peoples, who experienced loss of land and social structures as missions secularized. American invasion and displacement beginning in 1846. A destabilization of religious and cosmological order, possibly increasing receptivity to unusual natural phenomena as portents. The missionaries' record preserved only what was filtered through their worldview. The indigenous response, if recorded, has been lost or overlooked. Notable figures and later commentary. While no individual missionary is singled out as the principal observer, likely contributors include Padre Luis Jaime, killed in the 1775 Kumeyaay uprising, is remembered as the first martyr at San Diego, but he preceded this event. Later custodian padres remained unnamed but maintained journal continuity. Marine officers stationed from 1846 onward, including figures like Archibald H. Gillespie and John C. Fremont, documented mission logistics. However, no military references to the light appear in Lieutenant Henry Watson's 1845 to 1846 journals. No modern investigator, academic, journalist, or ufologist has published an extended study solely focused on this incident. Instead, it surfaces in broader compilations of anomalous historical sightings. Why it matters. Reflection and resonance. A symbol at a moment of change. The sighting occurred as California shifted from Mexican to American jurisdiction, a moment when cosmology, religious authority, and colonial frameworks were all contested. For the missionaries, a light from the sky symbolized divine presence in a time of transition. Continuity with indigenous sky traditions. Though unrecorded, indigenous cosmologies such as those of the Kumeyaay contain deep respect for star beings, omens, and spirits. This event, while reframed in Christian language, potentially tapped into earlier native sense of wounds and messages from the sky world. Echoes into modern UFO interest. Modern enthusiasts see this as early evidence that anomalous aerial phenomena have long been reported, changed only in interpretation, not in behavior. The account connects mission-era record keeping to the continuity of sky mysteries, reminding us that technological labels UFO, UAP are modern overlays on ancient experiences. Conclusion. In summary, the 1846 journal entry at Mission San Diego de Alcalá describes a fast-moving, pulsating light that hovered briefly over the ocean before ascending rapidly, an occurrence recorded with solemn wonder by missionaries living in a California on the cusp of profound change. Though wrapped in religious meaning, the light's behavior parallels modern UFO themes: unearthly movement, intelligent control, and refusal to conform to known nature. Its impact on the community at the time was spiritual rather than sensational, but its recovery in modern historical and UFO literature connects mission-era spirituality with later frameworks for interpreting sky phenomena. As California evolved, the event became part of collective lore, echoing a deeper human impulse to look upward in times of uncertainty.